Hello children, welcome to Nelson School online education program Learn Better. In today's session, we'll continue with the topic direct and indirect speech with the fifth of our presentation that will today relate you with the assertive statements and how to deal with assertive statements in the direct and indirect speech. Now, so far what we have done children, so far we have done the meaning of the direct and indirect speech. Then we have gone for the difference between direct and indirect speech. Then we have started using the rules for the change in tenses as it depends upon the reporting verbs. Then I have shown you how to change the pronouns and the possessive adjectives. Then I have shown you rules for the nearness or adverbs. Okay, so today let us start with how to deal with the assertive statements in the direct and indirect speech. Now, as we all know children that there are different kinds of sentences. Usually there are four kinds of statements like this: assertive or declarative statement, then it is imperative, interrogative and exclamatory. So all these four sentences will be covering in the direct and indirect speech. So it is different kinds of sentences are rendered differently in the indirect speech. Means we are handling different kinds of statement in a very different manner in indirect speech. Okay, a question or a command cannot be reported like a statement. So there is a different set of rules for conveying each kind of a sentence into an indirect speech. You cannot report a question and a command in the same manner, as well as a surprised statement like an exclamatory. So imperative statement, interrogative statement, exclamatory sentences can all not be rendered in the same manner in the indirect speech. So we have to handle them in a different way. Okay. So now here is a list of some words. Like I have already explained you that whenever said to is used, it is changing to told. Okay, but sometimes when you can feel that it's an assertive statement, it is giving some suggestions, or it is showing the denial, or it is showing an objection, remarks, you have to remark something, you're explaining something, you're giving a surety, you just want to put forward your point, you are answering it, you're promising it, you are having an argument. So you can use these all words that you can see in the clouds. Okay, so you can change the reporting verb said to. Okay, because said to is past verb. So this you can use the denied. She denied, she assured, he added, he replied, he promised, he answered, he reminded, he objected, he remarked, she explained, he complained, she argued. So instead of said to changing to told, we can use this set of words. And even in assertive statements, if you're very sure that they are suggesting, explaining something, or showing a denial, showing argument, etc. Okay, so these are the statements I have given you here. Ritu said to Mayur. So children, this also you have to see to it that every now and then we are learning a new step. Okay, we should not forget the old ones. For example, if you're climbing the fifth staircase, you have to see the last four staircases that you have already climbed. So the steps will remain same only children. So it is Ritu said to Mayur, lots of people will be willing to help you. So it is the very first of ours, the very basic step. Just go for the underlining of the reporting verb that is said to. Now circle the reported verb that is will. Now children, if the reporting verb is said to, it's in the past tense, and now we are very sure that we are going to change the reported verb. So we'll change it. Will change to would, as you can see over here. So first two steps are over children. Now the third step is to dealing with the pronouns. For dealing with the pronouns, in the reporting speech, you have to circle the speaker. Ritu said to Mayur. So speaker is Ritu. So we have to circle Ritu. Okay. She said to whom? Who is the listener? Mayur. So put a box. Okay. This is also taught. Now, inside the inverted commas or in the reported speech, you have to see if it is the first person, you will circle. If it's a second person, you will put a box. And if it's a third person, you will simply tick it, because that means we are not going to change the tense or not going to change the pronoun. Okay, but here you could see there is only one pronoun, that is you, and it's a second person pronoun, so I'll put a box. Now children, box changes with box in very simple language. Okay, otherwise we can say that the second person changes with the listener. So it is one and the same thing. Who is listener? Listener is Mayur, is a boy. Okay, and third person. So instead of you, I will use what? He. So because it is to help you, okay, as an object it is used, so you will also use as an object, that is him. Fine. So children, we have done till here. Step number 3. Now step number 4 that was taught to you was to go for the nearness. Okay. You can see there is no nearness used over here in the form of adverbs. So our answer is ready. So you can say that lots of people, when she's saying it, you can write Ritu told Mayur. You can write. But instead of writing that, because you can see in the statement that she is assuring it. Okay. She's explaining. So you can write Ritu assured Mayur. Remove comma, put the conjunction that. Okay, lots of people would be willing to help him. Okay, you can even write Ritu explained Mayur that lots of people would be willing to help him. Now come on, let us go for the second statement. That is, I said to the shopkeeper, the eggs you gave me yesterday turned out to be rotten. So the very first step of our children is just to go for the underlining of the reporting verb, that is said to. Okay, then go for the reported verb gave. Okay, now again it is said to, children, past tense. So gave is going to be changed only. Okay, so gave is a simple past verb. Simple past changes to past perfect. So it is gave changes to had given. So this two we have done. Okay, children. Now go for the pronouns, dealing with the pronouns. So I is the speaker, circle it. Before the reporting speech, do not see the persons. Okay, you have to simply you have to circle the speaker and box the listener, that is the shopkeeper. Now when you move inside the inverted commas, that is the in reported speech, here you have to see if it is the first person, circle it, second person, box it. So you can see, children, over here, the eggs you is a second person pronoun, so I'm putting a box. Okay, then it is me is again a first person pronoun, so I'm putting a circle. Now children, the second person pronoun changes with the listener, or box to box, and the first person changes with the speaker, that you can say circle to circle. Let us start changing them. So here it is you changes the shopkeeper. Now shopkeeper, you can take it as a male member, okay, and it is a third person, so you can use he. Okay, now change this me with the speaker. Okay, now you can see that your speaker is almost in the first person pronoun only, so it will not change, because me is first person and it will change with I. Now I is already in the first person pronoun, so this will remain same. Okay, now the last step till now, I have what I have taught you, that is step number 4, to go for the nearness. So its nearness is given in the form of adverb, that is yesterday. So yesterday in direct speech, which changes to, in indirect speech it changes to the day before or the previous day. Okay, so we'll write, because now you can see it's said to, you can change to told, but because you can see that he is complaining that the eggs you gave me yesterday turned out to be rotten. So now he complaining, so you can write, I complained the shopkeeper, remove comma, put the conjunction that the eggs he had given me the day before turned out to be rotten. Okay, number 3, Sohan said to me, I will come to your party today. So the very first step will remain as it is, that is said to, underline said to, reporting verb, go for the reported verb will. Okay, because it is in past tense, so the reported verb will change, so it is will change to would. Now the next step is to go for the pronouns. So circle the speaker Sohan, box the listener me. Now go to inverted commas, inside the inverted commas or reported speech, see the pronoun used over there. So it is I, because it is first person, I will circle it. Okay, and then it is your, so it is second person, I will box it. So let the first person change with the speaker. Now it is Sohan. Sohan is a boy, and in third person. So you also have to change it to third person. So I changes to he. Okay, now you change your to the listener. That is the second person changes with the listener. Now your listener is in first person, children. See here, me. So this you want in first person. Your party, showing possession. It's a possessive adjective. So you will change it into my party. Okay, now reading the pronouns is over. Now last step, go for the nearness. So it is today. So today as an adverb in direct speech changes to that day in the indirect speech. So it will be, because he has assured you something, so you can write, Sohan assured me that he would come to my party that day. Or you can write, Sohan promised me that he would come to my party that day. Okay, the last one, the teacher said to Neha, you should do this exercise all over again tomorrow. So it is, the first step is to just go for the helping verb, that is said to, then go for the, your reporting verb is said to, reported verb is should. Okay, it's a model. Now because it is said to, this is for sure that reported verb is going to change, so it is a model. Shall becomes should, children, but should remains should only. Okay, so no dealing with this verb. The next thing is to go for the pronouns. So for that you have to circle the speaker, the teacher, you have to box the listener, Neha. Okay, now inside the inverted commas you see which pronoun is used. So here it is used, second person box. So second person changes with the listener. Now your listener is Neha, she is a girl in third person, so you will use she. Okay, now we have dealt with the pronouns also. Now the last step is to go for the nearness. It's tomorrow. Now here the adverb that is used, usually the adverbial expression that is used in direct speech is tomorrow, will change it to the following day or the day after in the indirect speech. Okay, so here the teacher is suggesting Neha you that she should go for it, or you can write suggestion, you can write explained. Okay, you can even use any of this, like you can use here explained, the teacher reminded her, the teacher added, the teacher replied. We can use any of this. So okay, I have used here explain. So this the teacher explained Neha, remove comma, put the conjunction that. Now this U stands for Neha, so it is she should do that exercise. This is again a nearness children. So this becomes that. So it is that exercise all over again the following day or the day after. Understood, children? So this is what we have done for today's thing, that is how to deal with the assertive sentences in the direct and indirect speech. In the coming up session, we'll go for the interrogative statements. So I hope you understood it. Thank you.